Let's begin with the definition of a coupe or coupe. Fixed roof with two doors. Simple, right? Hardly news. However, in around 2004, Mercedes introduced the C-Class. It was four doors, but it was called a four-door coupe. Now for me, that was news. And the list goes on with coupes with four doors. But why a four-door coupe? Well, because they can. Also, some say a coupe is sexier than a sedan. Fine, but it's still got four doors. But enough of my whining. This week, we're at the Circuito Ascari just outside of Malaga, Spain, to hit the track with the brand new 2017 Mercedes C-Class Coupe. And look it, it's got two doors. Hallelujah.
It's a small segment because it aims really at people who likes to drive and who likes the sportiest feeling about the car and the look about it. So it's basically a matter of look at first. That's why they did like four-door coupes. I don't get it either, but yeah, that's why they did four-door coupes.
Well, you know, I like coupes, and I think the coupes are the most beautiful automotive form, and also probably the most impractical. So they don't sell a ton of coupes, but the people who buy them, they really like cars.
We have here in there the new V8 engine for this special calibrated for this car, for this sporty coupe. And of course the well-known MCT gearbox with a very, very sporty calibration so that you can feel that it should be a sport car, a real sport car. We are able to bring our AMG ideas on the table, and that means that the development of a new C-Class or the next generations is made with us, and the ideas we have will be at the beginning of the development of Mercedes cars. So it was with this coupe. It is very important to do it at the beginning of the development, otherwise it would be not possible.
Honestly, I was really impressed. I drove the sedan, and you can feel the difference. And when you play with the driving dynamics, I mean, when you put it in Sports Plus, you really feel the difference. You really have a sensation of being in a race car, even though you do that on the road.
It's exquisitely produced and built. You feel the quality as soon as you sit inside of it. And when you leave it, you can turn your head and have a look on the way by and just savor those beautiful coupe lines. The car we were on the track with is a very high performance version of this coupe, C63 AMG Plus. It's a plus car. It's got more of everything, and it just goes like stink. And no, you don't need to shift it. It shifts itself. It knows how to do a good job.
Honestly, having to switch to manual, I would not feel comfortable enough. I would rather have like this automatic that I could play with, and if I don't, the car does. That's good for me.
These days, people don't really know how to drive manuals. Only the real enthusiasts do, but even the race car drivers use automatic transmissions now, and they're awfully good.
Now, as we all know, there's very little room in the back seat of most two-door coupes because there is not supposed to be much room. I have this theory that most drivers who like two-door coupes don't like people, at least driving with them. Okay, there's a significant other, but basically they like to drive alone. And there's another reason that coupe owners discourage people from jumping in the back seat for a ride. Think of those winter months, snow, slush, and salt, all being dragged into the back of your car, all over the driver's seat. You know what I'm talking about. So maybe, just maybe, Mercedes knows what it's doing when it came out with a four-door coupe. But they're smart enough to know that there are people out there that like the thrill of a high-performance two-door coupe.
The 9 G-Tronic that we will get on the car with the 4MATIC, honestly, I'm not sure. I drove it with other cars, like the GLC, for example. I wasn't that impressed. The 7-speed is really great, really quick. It does a good job with the engine right now, so I'm looking forward to drive the other one with the 9 G-Tronic. I love the look of this car. Not only the coupe, but the sedan. I love the C-Class, what they did with it. It's really more sophisticated than it used to be. My only concern is the interior. Like the multimedia system, the command system, the screen in the middle of it looks like an iPad that he put afterwards. It seems like they forgot to put a screen in there. Hey, got one. So this is probably the weakest point of the car.
Now the C-Class is no longer the entry-level car for Mercedes, but it is the bread and butter. But let me tell you something, this C-Class Coupe is not just a sedan with 2 doors. It definitely has its own personality. And if you've got lots of cash and you think 3 is a crowd, do yourself a favor though. If you purchase one of these, take it to a track like this. And if you're a manual person, well, believe me, drive this sucker for a while and you'll never go back to a manual again. It is that good.